I think one one thing that's plaguing most people, Christian Bible following people, is they put a lot of faith into the Bible. I think more than what needs to be put in it. Hold on, let me finish. Let me explain. Like some people think if they follow the word, go to church, follow the word, go to church, that everything is gonna be all right. I mean, that everything is gonna fall into place. Things just gonna start happening for them. When in actuality, that ain't how it works. You got to have faith, but you also got to put in work. You also got to be out there interacting, trying to make ways for whatever dream or goal that you have to manifest itself. My religious beliefs, they don't even matter to the bigger point that I'm trying to make. Far as prayer itself is not going to change everything. Going to church is not going to make everything right. You have to be active, actively working your plan in order for your plan to work. Uh, Now that's not saying that you shouldn't go to church or you shouldn't follow the Bible or you should or whatever literature you follow, was it the Quran or anything. That's not saying none of that. Only thing I'm saying is it's easy to get caught up in the way of the old, thinking that if I pray, that will make my life better. When in actuality, if you're not doing anything positive in your life, then that praying ain't really gonna help. It may make you feel better as a person in the inside because you're praying and you're repenting or whatever. But if you're not wholeheartedly trying to be better, you're just gonna be going through the motions, which is not beneficial to nobody to be doing something like that anyway, in my eyes. So I'm just putting that out there to see how y'all feel about it. I know there's a lot of spiritual people on my social media platforms, and they all it's almost like you're looked down upon if you don't follow a certain person's view of religion. When we've been given the right to question life as we see it. That don't mean that you're wrong for questioning it. Like one thing my grandma would never allow us to do, and still to this day, is to question the Lord's work. Don't ask why it happened. It just happened. And if a baby died, well, it was their time and they're in a better place. But one thing I do know is ain't nobody came back. Ain't nobody came back from no other place and told us how it is. Oh yeah, when you go over there, it's this. That's nothing. There's no records of that. None at all. So everything is based on your strong belief in the word that the preacher, who is really just a motivational speaker, tells you. I was heavy in the church. I went to church as a kid. I was in the choir. Sit in front of sit behind the preacher. Sunday school, we was in church almost 5 days a week. But as we got older, we started going less because we started realizing the ways of the preacher. And then people would say, well, all preachers ain't the same. Well, you're right about that. Some are better speakers than others. Some of them follow the guidelines they should follow. But a preacher is somebody who's, most of them say they got the calling to be a preacher. And so I feel like if you got the calling and you're not following the structure of what preachers are doing, and then churches, they barely get back to the community. They take a lot in, but the churches I know, they barely get back to the community. They barely they're barely in touch with the neighborhoods. They do a little bit, but as far as actually being active in helping people go vote, after school programs or something of that nature, it seems like they're absent from that. But they want you in there every Sunday giving them donations to help with the building fund and help with the preacher and different projects. But that's just my thoughts on it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button so you can get notifications when I put up another video. Please leave your comments at the bottom. Go check out www.shopthestoop.com for DGI slugwear apparel. Thank you.